Let me tell you something very important. If you often experience pain in your knees, have trouble bending your back, or wake up in the morning feeling as though your entire body is stiff, pay close attention. If your fingers feel rigid or you feel a sharp sensation in your knees while climbing stairs, almost like a needle is piercing from inside, then please do not dismiss it as just a sign of aging. This is your body's silent cry. And if you have convinced yourself that these things naturally happen with old age, then I want to tell you that this mindset alone could eventually lead you to a wheelchair. Before we go any further, make sure to subscribe because this information could be extremely valuable for you. It may sound harsh, but it is the truth. Millions of people around the world are losing the strength of their bones because of this misunderstanding. They believe joint pain is just ordinary pain, while the reality is that pain is a signal. Your body is trying to tell you that something inside is gradually being depleted. Calcium, collagen, and synovial fluid are the three things that keep your joints healthy. And when these begin to decrease slowly, you start experiencing exactly what you feel every morning: pain, stiffness, and cracking sounds. But there is something that perhaps no one has told you. You do not need expensive medicines. You do not need fancy supplements either. There are several things already present in your own kitchen that can help restore the strength your bones had 20 years ago. And today I am going to explain everything to you: what to eat, how much to eat, how to consume it, and why it is important. But there is one condition. You must watch this until the end, because I have saved the most important thing for the end. And that one thing alone can make such a huge difference that you may find it hard to believe. So let us begin with the very first thing. And once you discover its secret, you will truly be surprised, because it is so common that people often ignore it completely. I am talking about sesame seeds. Yes, sesame seeds. Tiny little seeds that may look very ordinary, but the power hidden inside them is no less than that of a calcium tablet. Just 1 tablespoon of sesame seeds contains approximately 88 milligrams of calcium. Now think about it. Every day you buy calcium tablets without really knowing what else they contain, while 1 spoonful of sesame seeds provides your bones with exactly what they need without any side effects. Sesame seeds come in two varieties, white and black. Both contain calcium, although black sesame seeds contain slightly more. You may choose either one. But let me explain the correct way to consume them, because eating them the wrong way may reduce their benefits by half. Never eat sesame seeds raw. Always roast them lightly. When you begin to hear a gentle popping sound during roasting, understand that the seeds are ready. That sound indicates that the natural oils inside have been activated. And once these oils become active, the body is able to absorb them much more effectively. Eating raw sesame seeds can also cause throat irritation or coughing in some people. That is why roasted sesame seeds are considered safer and more beneficial. Now, the question is, when should you eat sesame seeds and how much should you consume? In reality, just 1 tablespoon of roasted sesame seeds every day is enough. You may chew them directly or combine them with jaggery. This combination of sesame and jaggery has existed for generations. Our grandparents used to prepare sesame and jaggery sweets during winter, and even at the age of 80, their knees continued to support them. They did not rely on supplements or tablets. These small habits were simply part of their lifestyle. Just think about it. Today we have become more advanced, yet our bones are becoming weaker than before. And that is because we have abandoned the simple basics that were actually the most important. Now listen to the next thing, because you may find it hard to believe. It is something that people mostly eat during fasting periods or simply as a light snack. But very few people realize that this single food can work like an entire pharmacy for your joints. I am talking about fox nuts, those light white snacks that people casually eat. But if you knew that these tiny fox nuts contain calcium, magnesium, zinc, copper, and selenium, you would never underestimate them again. Magnesium is the mineral responsible for transporting calcium to your bones. This means that even if you are consuming calcium, without magnesium, it may never properly reach your bones. And fox nuts provide both together. That is exactly why fox nuts are considered so powerful for bone health. Now, let me explain the correct way to consume fox nuts. Eating 10 to 12 fox nuts daily is sufficient. You can lightly roast them in a little ghee or boil them with milk. People who consume fox nuts boiled in milk often notice that the stiffness in their joints gradually starts decreasing. And let me share a little secret with you. If you roast sesame seeds and fox nuts together, allow them to cool, and then grind them into a powder, this mixture can prove to be even more effective than many expensive bone supplements. Simply add 1 tablespoon of this powder to a glass of warm milk and drink it. That alone is enough. Both adults and children can consume it, and the best part is that it has no side effects. Now, what I am about to tell you next is even more important, because so far we have talked about calcium and minerals, but there is another essential element that plays a major role in keeping your joints healthy, and that is omega-3 fatty acids. Inside your joints, there is a special fluid called synovial fluid. This is what keeps your joints lubricated and allows them to move smoothly. When this fluid begins to decrease, the bones start rubbing against each other, and the pain and cracking sounds you notice while climbing stairs are actually the result of that friction. The role of omega-3 is to help restore this fluid while also reducing inflammation in the joints. So the question is, where can you get omega-3 from? Let me tell you. There are 2 things that are probably already available in your kitchen. The first is pumpkin seeds, and the second is flax seeds. Let us start with pumpkin seeds. Many people throw away the seeds after cutting a pumpkin. If you do the same, then stop doing that from today onward, because the thing you consider useless and throw into the trash may actually help strengthen your knees. Pumpkin seeds contain both omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids. They are also rich in magnesium. Consuming just 1 tablespoon of pumpkin seeds daily is enough. You can lightly roast them, add them to salads, or simply chew them as a healthy snack. Now let us talk about flax seeds. And here, I want you to pay very close attention, because there is one important thing about flax seeds that, if you do not understand, you may never get their full benefits. Flax seeds contain omega-3, but they are also rich in iron. People who constantly feel weak, get tired quickly, or experience dizziness frequently often suffer from iron deficiency, and iron deficiency directly affects bone health as well. Flax seeds help address both of these issues at the same time. But here comes the most important point. Never eat flax seeds raw, and never consume more than 2 teaspoons a day. Eating raw flax seeds may cause throat irritation, discomfort, and digestive problems. Therefore, always roast them lightly over low heat. Once they begin making a gentle popping sound, turn off the heat because they are ready. Now let me tell you about a very useful recipe. Take equal quantities of sesame seeds and flax seeds. Lightly roast both of them, and after they cool down, store them in a container. Then every morning, consume just 1 spoonful of this mixture. If you wish, you can have it with a small piece of jaggery. This will enhance the taste and provide extra energy as well. If chewing is difficult for you, you can grind the mixture into a powder and consume it with milk. So far, we have discussed foods that directly support your bones and joints. But there are still 2 more things left, and once you hear about them, you may say to yourself that you wish you had known this much earlier. The first one is roasted chickpeas. In the evening, when you start feeling slightly hungry and your hand reaches for biscuits or salty snacks, stop right there. Instead, eat a handful of roasted chickpeas. Chickpeas are an excellent source of protein, and let me tell you, calcium alone is not enough to keep bones strong. Protein is equally important. Without enough protein, the structure of your bones gradually becomes weaker, no matter how much calcium you consume. If you eat a small piece of jaggery along with roasted chickpeas, you will get extra energy and an improved taste. However, people suffering from diabetes or high blood sugar should avoid jaggery. For them, roasted chickpeas alone are more than enough. Now I'm about to tell you about the thing I promised you at the beginning. The final thing that alone can make such a tremendous difference that you may not even imagine it right now. This is something that affects your sleep, your brain, and your joints all at the same time, and that thing is poppy seeds. Now you may be wondering what connection poppy seeds have with joint health. Let me tell you, the connection is much deeper than you might think. When you are unable to sleep properly and your sleep keeps getting interrupted throughout the night, your body does not get the opportunity to repair itself. Your bones, joints, and muscles all recover during deep sleep. And if your sleep is incomplete, your body keeps breaking down gradually without getting the chance to rebuild itself. Poppy seeds contain natural compounds that help calm the brain and promote deep and restful sleep. About half an hour before going to bed, take a glass of warm milk and add half a teaspoon of poppy seed powder to it. Drink it before sleeping. It is a very simple step, but you will begin to notice its effects the next morning. The stiffness that used to trouble you every morning will gradually start decreasing. That is because your body will finally be getting the deep rest at night that it was missing before. And yes, there is one last thing I definitely want to tell you. Every night, soak 2 or 3 almonds in water and peel them in the morning before eating them. Soaked almonds have a much better effect on the body compared to raw almonds because soaking removes enzyme inhibitors, making them easier for the body to digest. As a result, your body is able to absorb their nutrients much more effectively. Soaked almonds not only help keep the brain sharp, but they also contribute to stronger bones. Now take a moment and think about it. Sesame seeds, foxnuts, pumpkin seeds, flax seeds, roasted chickpeas, poppy seeds, and soaked almonds are all things that are already present in your kitchen. They are easily available, inexpensive, and very simple to use. Yet their benefits are no less than those of expensive medicines. There is only one condition. You need to make these foods a regular part of your daily routine. If you eat them one day and skip them for the next 2 days, you should not expect any major results. Give your body some time. These foods work gradually, but once they start showing their effects, the results can be so remarkable that you may look back and think, I wish I had known this much earlier. If you found today's information truly valuable, then please take a moment to hit like, because your support can help this important information reach people who may need it the most. Also, do not forget to share this with your parents, elders, and friends because someone around you may be silently dealing with pain whose solution could already be sitting in their own kitchen. And if you would like to continue receiving reliable and useful health information that can improve your life, make sure you subscribe today. Your support motivates us to keep bringing you more meaningful and life-changing knowledge. Until then, take good care of yourself, stay healthy, and keep smiling.